Hey kids, glad you came for a fun science project today. Hopefully my background will give you a little clue on what this one is about. Let's get started. So, question, what does your doorbell, speakers, a microphone, and Japan's awesome super-fast maglev bullet train all have in common? They all have electromagnets as part of their function. Today I'm going to show you how to build your own electromagnet. So the first thing you need is, of course, grown-ups' permission. Always ask your grown-up before you get into any kind of stuff in the house. Today you'll be getting into garage type stuff wherever you happen to keep these things. The first thing you need is a large nail or a screwdriver. I will be using a large nail today. The next thing you need are a few paper clips or other magnetic substance. I've got some paper clips and I also have some pretty cool magnetic sand. You'll need a piece of insulated wire. It comes in different sizes and you want it to be insulated with the plastic on the outside, not a bare wire. You also need a battery. Any size will do, but we'll talk about sizes of batteries in a moment. So the first thing you want to do is, if you have a wire with insulation on it, you're going to need to strip the end of it. If you have a cool tool like this in your home, you can use this to strip the wire. Otherwise, you can always use a pair of wire cutters or some other wire tool. Next thing you do is take your nail or your screwdriver or whatever your tubular metal is going to be, and you want to wrap that wire around it kind of tight as much as you can. So use up your whole length. If you end up needing to cut your wire because it's too long or double wrap it, you can do that. So what's going on here? So an electromagnet, first of all, is pretty cool because you can turn it on and off to do the job that it needs to do. Maybe you've seen a magnetic crane operating in maybe a junkyard, or like I just showed you, that Japanese maglev train that operates on electromagnets. And so what's happening is you wrap this wire around a metal core, and when you introduce a source of electricity to it, in this case a battery, do not put this in an electric outlet. Only use your battery on this. When you introduce a source of electricity, the electricity flows through the wire and creates a magnetic field around the coiled wire, and it magnetizes the metal just like it was one of those regular permanent magnets that you have on your refrigerator. Okay, and when you hook it up to the electric, I might have to uncoil here just to get the length. So be careful, this can get a little bit hot. I've done this on 3 or 4 different sizes of batteries and held on to it for a few minutes. Usually the positive side is the one that gets hot with a little lump on it. So just be careful when you're doing that. So pinch it just like this with your finger. So pinch it like that and make sure it's touching the lump. And then you take the other side and you can pinch it with your thumb like that and hold on to it this way. And then your nail or your whatever becomes a magnet. It's kind of hard to see here on the camera I have, so let me show you my magnetic sand. Pretty cool, check it out. And if I undo the electric from it or take the battery off, the sand falls off. It's no longer magnetized. We'll try it again. I'll hold on to my thumb here, and then we'll get onto the lumpy part, and you can drag the magnetic sand around. So that's pretty cool. Some different variations that you might try are different sizes of batteries. Experiment to see which size or kind of battery might work better or have stronger magneticism. You could also try different things to wrap your wire around. Maybe a nail, maybe a lag bolt, maybe a screwdriver. You can also see that there are different sizes of wires. So here is a size, this is a stranded wire that's got little strands on it. here, or you can use a solid wire. And then you can also see that I've got some super duper skinny wire here, which is easier to wrap, but it may or may not be as strong, so that's something else you can try out today. I am super excited to hear all about your science experiments today, so if you want to tell your teacher what you did, and maybe your teacher can let me know, that would be super fantastic. I am super excited to see what you figured out. Thanks for coming today.